Alright, what is going on, guys? SteelTwins back at you with another video.
It is week 14 already, so we are here to do week 14 picks with the man that created the idea for us to bring guests on for weekly predictions. I want to welcome special guest to the channel once again, man, our boy, the GT Show. GT, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up?
How you been, bro?
I've been well.
That's awesome, especially since you are a Steelers fan, and we're doing pretty solid right now after a win versus the Ravens, and we head on a short week for Thursday Night Football as we head up against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm interested to know your thoughts on the team and your predictions for this game.
Well, this team, there's a lot to be said here, in my opinion. The O-line, has been tested day after day. We've had some good signs, some bad signs. I thought we were picking it up when we went on that big streak, or not big, but that streak towards the middle of the season. Fell off a little bit. I think getting this win against one of our biggest rivals is going to be a big jump. And then playing against a Vikings team that now has no more middle linebacker. Their linebackers are out, I believe. They have a lot of injuries on defense. It could be a big step for them as well. I'd like to see running the ball, obviously. That's something that we fell off if you looked versus the Bengals in the Chargers game. So I'd like us to do that as well. And yeah, I think we can. The Vikings is a winnable game. It's also a losable game. But even though the Vikings are going to be hungry to get a win, especially after giving the Lions their first win. So I'm going to give it to the Steelers 23-20. I think it's going to be a close game because it always is. But yeah, that's my prediction.
Yeah, I agree completely. I'm going to go Steelers here. I like their momentum ride right now, or at least I hope it's a momentum ride. It seems like every time I say this one's a momentum ride, they don't use it as such. But maybe against the division rival in the Ravens, it will be as such here. Versus the Minnesota Vikings, where they are facing Kirk Cousins, who is 8-17 in primetime games. And we all know the Vikings, they just can't close victories. So, yeah, I like the Steelers' chances here. Give me Pittsburgh. 26-23 in a close battle.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Steelers right here. They got a lot of momentum. I definitely feel like they have to feed off of it. They have to be consistent heading on the road on a short week. I think they can definitely get it done. The Vikings are not to be underestimated despite them blowing leads and stuff like that, losing 7 games this season. But it's going to be a tough battle, but I'm going to go with the Steelers to win this game in a close one, 24-21.
Next game, we have a NFC East battle. We have the Cowboys at the Washington Football Team. Your prediction?
Now I'm partially a Heineke, not bandwagon, but I do like Heineke. So but my unbiased opinion, I think Dallas wins this game. I think Washington's playing well. They're definitely playing like they can potentially make a wild card team, maybe go into the division round. But Dallas is clearly the better team in my opinion. They. Obviously they played the Saints. They lost to the Raiders on Thanksgiving. But getting a good win versus a division rival is definitely a good thing for them. I think Dallas wins this game 27-20.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I like Washington. They're on a little hot streak right now. They're 6-6. So I think they'll have momentum here, but against the Cowboys, it's kind of hard to bet against the Cowboys here. Dak Prescott's cooking. They got a good running game going. Of course, the passing offense is good. Defense is here and there, and I do agree with you. I am a Heineke fanboy. I'm on the Heineke train. I think he's solid. I think he's perfect for Washington right now, but I don't think it's going to be enough to beat Dallas. So give me Dallas 31-24.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Dallas to get the victory. The football team has been playing a lot better. They're actually on a 4-game winning streak right now. It's pretty impressive, and they're hosting the Cowboys at home. But the Cowboys, man, their defense can still create turnovers, and the offensive theirs can take advantage of those turnovers. I feel like now lately Heineke has been doing very well. He's been doing a bit better, and he hasn't really turned over the ball much. But against Dallas, that can get turnovers. I don't know how much longer that's going to last for Heineke and this football team offense. So if Dallas gets turnovers and take advantage, I think Dallas definitely got this win. I'm going to go with the Cowboys here, 34-28.
We have another rivalry matchup coming up. We have the Jags at the Titans. Now, is this a no-brainer, or is this going to be one of those upsets we've seen all year?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. It can go either way. If Derrick Henry was playing, I would give it to the Titans, but he's not. And the Titans sort of have fallen off slightly. Now, obviously, they just activated Julio Jones back, but I don't know if he's actually going to be coming in and playing. I'm assuming he is, because he's played on the he knows the roster and all that. This is week 14, so it's not like he's just joined the team. But the Jacksonville, all they're doing is probably just try to play upset, trying to maybe give the Colts a nice edge, a nice little bye week gift per se. But I think the Titans play well at home, and I think they win this game in a 24-17 win.
Yeah, I still got the Titans winning. It's the Jags. It's the Jags, and I can't pick them with a serious face. So I'm gonna go with the Titans here. Tennessee wins 33-10.
I'm gonna have to go with the home team here, Tennessee. I think I just heard that they're destined. What's the term? Like they're looking to bring
Julio Jones is back from IR.
Yeah, well, he's not back. He's looking to come back. Some along the terms like that. That's what it is. Thank you. I couldn't think of the damn name, but that should help. I don't know if he will play in this game, but I think regardless, Tennessee's going to get the victory right here at home. I can't pick the Jags. I just can't. I'm gonna go with Tennessee, 30-14.
Alrighty. Next game we have the Seahawks at the Texans. I could totally see an upset here, but the Seahawks are coming off probably an upset of themselves after beating a division rival in the 49ers. So, what's your prediction here?
Texans have Tyrod Taylor starting, correct?
I think so.
Yeah. Because if it wasn't, I would say it would be a Seahawks win, but just based off the Seahawks, I'm going to give it to them. I trust the Seahawks. I trust Russell Wilson more than I trust the Texans. I do think the Texans will thwart them in the first half. They'll try to, make it a game. But in the end of in the second half, I think the Seahawks will prevail. And I'm just gonna give it to them 21-10.
Yeah, I gotta go Seattle. Same thing with the Jags. I can't take the Texans with a serious look on my face. Give me the Seahawks. I don't know. I don't want to say they could run the table because I don't see how they do. But this is some momentum that they seriously need. And beating the Texans, that would just add upon it. So, yeah, give me Seattle here, 20-14.
Seattle came up big against the 49ers, a big must-needed win, must-needed game against the 49ers. They won that game. I didn't really expect it, but they had to get the win, considering, right now they kind of have to because they're trying to make sure the Jets don't have an early first-round pick since they don't have a first-rounder because of the Jamal Adams trade. So they're going to need to win the majority of their remaining games, and I think this one they can get another win. Seattle played better. Defense played better just a bit. The Texans, they're not really that great of a team despite who the quarterback is, Davis Mills, Tyrod Taylor, whoever. I think Seattle gets this victory here. 29-23. I do think this game could be close, but I think Seattle gets it.
Next game, we have another divisional battle here. We have the AFC West. We have the Raiders at the Chiefs. The last time these two faced was Sunday Night Football, where the Chiefs completely blew them out. It seemed like that was the turntable for their season after being up and down. So, do we get the same thing here, or is it going to be competitive?
I feel like it's going to be the same thing here. Granted, the Raiders did play a very close game versus Washington. I just the Chiefs just seem to be on the roll. They started off with the Raiders, and I don't think it's going to stop versus them. I don't know who's going to stop them. I don't know who they play left in their schedule, but I think they do I think they get a nice good victory versus the Raiders. I think they win 30-17.
All righty. I gotta agree. I gotta go with the Chiefs. I think they sweep the Raiders here. Kansas City just seems to be back on track, back on a roll, and obviously they're going to want to try to fight for that number one seed, which, the conference is close, so I think a win against the Raiders will just completely help build that. So, yeah, give me Kansas City 30-20.
Yeah, I got to go with Kansas City. For this matchup, though, this time, between the Chiefs and the Raiders, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's definitely going to be more competitive, a lot closer than the first bout, but I still got to pick Kansas City. They're on fire right now. They've won many games consecutively right now. They're doing very good, and I think that reign continues. So Kansas City 31-24.
Next game, we have the Saints at the Jets. This is too. I don't want to say awful because the Saints aren't awful. They're just dealing with injuries, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But
They don't have a quarterback. Their quarterback is Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, I mean, they started Taysom Hill last week, and he's just terrible.
As a passer.
Oh, no shit. So
He's a tight end.
He is. He's actually he's what everyone thinks Lamar Jackson is, to be real with you.
Yes.
So what's your prediction? Do you think the Saints start Hill again and they find a way to win or lose, or do the Jets pull off a quote-unquote upset?
I heard rumors that Taysom Hill is actually injured and may not play. And we may get whoever the quarterback is. If it's Trevor Siemian, I don't know. I don't know why, where he is or whatnot. I think he's still potentially playing. I don't know if he got injured. But I'm actually going to take the Jets. I just think they're going to pull up the upset. It just the upsets have been a very common thing this season, and I think another one happens here. For some odd reason, I just believe the Jets more than the Saints, and the Saints just have been playing poorly this past 4 or however many games, and I think another one happens here. So I'm going to take the Jets 17-10.
You're not alone. I have the Jets. I don't know why, but I have the Jets. Now, I will say they could finally get Kamara back. If they don't, then God bless them. But hopefully they do get Kamara back because I need him in fantasy because I'm facing you, GT. And I think this has playoff implications. So I need a victory. So Kamara, please play. But I still have the Jets winning. Jets win at a score prediction of 16-13.
I think I'm just going to end up being the lone wolf and picking the Saints. I can see the Jets pulling it off at home, but I don't know how much Zach Wilson and that Jets offense is going to do against a great Saints defense. The thing about the Saints, yes, their offense is very, very bad right now. They're plagued with injuries. They don't have a true quarterback. But that defense, man, that defense does everything for them. And I think against the Jets and against a rookie quarterback and Zach Wilson, I think the Saints defense is going to do whatever they can. They're going to continue to get turnovers. I feel like if Kamara or even Ingram is in this game and they run the ball effectively, I think the Saints can get this. But I see this game being very low scoring. I'm going to go with New Orleans 17-7.
Another rivalry battle. This time it is the NFC. What division is this? South? I believe we have the Falcons at the Panthers. What's your prediction?
I'm gonna take the Panthers. Both teams are kind of in between Met teams. It can really go either way. It's kind of flip of a coin. I'm just choosing the home team because why not? I'm gonna say it comes down to one score. I'm gonna say it's a 21-17 victory by the Panthers.
Yeah, this is more one of those coin tosses where you just don't know who to pick. They're both 5-7. They're just not all that great right now. I'll go Falcons just because, again, it's a coin toss. Give me Atlanta. 23-17. I think I agree. This will be within one score.
See, I don't know, man. Like, it was tough for me to choose this game because I can see this game going either way, but I think I'm going to go with Carolina here, the home team, to win just based because they have a better defense, and that defense can get turnovers at times. And I think their offense is a bit more progressive since Cam Newton's been in, although they haven't really been too great, considering they haven't been able to get many wins. But I think I'm just going to go with Carolina here. I can't really trust Atlanta. I can't for this game. I'm going to say the Panthers 26-25.
And we have a lot of rivalry matchups, man. We have another rivalry matchup here. The AFC North, once again, the Ravens are coming off an AFC North classic versus Steelers, a classic finish. Now they go up against the Browns, who they faced, I think, 2 weeks ago? So, do the Browns get their win back, or do the Ravens sweep the Browns this time?
I'm going to choose an earthquake comes and destroys the stadium. No. As much as I would like both teams to lose, which I know is very impossible, I think the Ravens, even though they're down, they just lost, Marlon Humphrey this season. If now Baker has not been an elite quarterback this year at all. The Browns just have not been very good since last year, which is more being considered now a fluke year, if anything. Looking onto it, the Browns, I mean, Do do they have Jarvis Landry's still playing, right? I believe Kareem Hunt's coming back. I think he's questionable, so utilizing that versus the Ravens, getting another run game going could be very nice. Now, while Baltimore is going to probably be hungry to at least beat to not get destroyed by another division rival, I do believe the Browns win. I'm just going to choose the home team. I feel confident in the Browns. I think the Ravens are just now their injury bug is really going to start catching up to them, and I think they're going to run out of their luck. Um, so yeah, I'm going to choose the Browns. In a 17 to a 16 game.
Alrighty. That's a very interesting take. One that is, I could totally see happening because you're right. The Ravens' luck's only going to last so much longer with how many injuries they've suffered. So I could see the Browns winning this. They have a hell of a ground game, which obviously is the key to them, the key to their success, honestly. But I'm still going to go Baltimore. I think Baltimore's still solid, honestly, and I think they sweep the Browns this year. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong, but let's go Baltimore 26-21.
It's just like the Falcons and the Panthers. I can see this game going either way, but the fact that Cleveland's still at the bottom of the AFC North and the Ravens are coming off a loss to Pittsburgh, I think the Browns could actually have more motivation to beat the Ravens. The Ravens, like I said, coming off a loss, and the Browns, they got to get a win. They got to try to get out of the basement of the AFC North, and I think Cleveland can do that at home. So I'm actually going to go with Cleveland to get this win, 27-20.
Alrighty. Next game, we have the Giants at the Chargers. I think it's a no-brainer, right?
This should be a no-brainer. And I'm gonna go with the Chargers here. It would be nice if Justin Herbert decided to throw 5 TD passes and over 300 yards. I will greatly appreciate that. Um, I have to make things close for you, Dan. I have to make you sweat.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen.
I know you don't. You probably want me, want him to throw like 7 pick sixes and him get negative points. That would be nice for you, but no, I want it to be a close game but no, in terms of the Chargers, I think this is a no-brainer. The Giants are kind of towards the basement. If I'm them, I'm starting Mike Levin for the rest of the year. I'm tanking, trying to get better pieces. Maybe get another quarterback if they really don't want Daniel Jones. If that's the choice they decide to take, up to really them. But yeah, in the great words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, go Chargers, go. But I'm going to take my score prediction is going to be 21-10.
Yeah, Chargers win. This is a no-brainer. The Giants are just awful. The Chargers are coming off a hell of a victory against the Bengals, which will have playoff implications for sure because that's a big conference win. So, yeah, give me LA here, 33-13.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers here. The Giants are just not good in general. Like they should definitely just say screw the rest of the season. We got nothing. There's no point in fighting. Just get a early pick. To get better players because that's what they need. They need, on paper they have a solid team, but it's just not clicking. It's not working out. The Chargers, they're a team that's clicking. They're a team that works out at times, and I think in this game they're going to get this victory, 37-17.
Next game, we have the no longer winless Lions at the Broncos. What's your prediction?
I just want to give a nice round of applause to the Lions for getting their first win, so that way we no longer have any more, winless teams. But congratulations, you're now going to get another loss. You're unlike the Vikings. The Broncos don't have a bunch of injuries, or at least maybe 1 or 2 on offense. I think they have Jerry Jeudy out, but that was a while ago. But for the most part, and I think the Broncos, unlike playing the Chiefs, who are red hot, the Lions just got their first win, but the Lions have not been good all year. I mean, clearly their record states that. The Broncos can get, and I'm not saying it's going to be an easy win because it's never easy. Upsets happen all the time, but I think the Broncos come in, they know what they need to do at home, and they get it done with a nice 24-15 victory. All field goals for the Lions.
Oh my God, that'd be boring as hell for the Lions. But yeah, I can totally see it. Yeah, good job to the Lions. I'm happy for them. You could hear the roars from the Lions fans after that touchdown on 4th down as time expired. Good for them, but that's their Super Bowl this year, to be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Denver 22-20.
Good for the Lions to finally win a game, but I got to go with Denver here. I I can't see Detroit winning. I can see them fighting and being competitive, but I can't see Denver losing to Detroit at home. I just can't. Give me the Broncos 28-24.
Next game, we have a serious one. This should be really good. We have the 49ers, who are 6-6, at the Bengals, who are 7-5. This is really interesting. Both teams definitely trying to make the playoffs. What's your prediction?
Battle of the current 7 seeds. Obviously one has to fold. In Cincinnati, who currently has the better record, but it doesn't mean anything. I mean, upsets have been happening, like we've been stating. I want to say this is a coin flip, because while the Bengals didn't play very well versus the Chargers, the Niners, they also came off a division loss. The Niners have been sort of one of those teams where they look like they could put up some decent points, stay in games, and then they've looked like absolute terrible, so like garbage. So I'm just gonna take the Niners because I don't like the Bengals. Simply, I just don't like the Bengals, so I'm going to take the Niners, but I think it's a close game. I think it's a 24-21 victory.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going San Fran here. I like their odds more. It seems like that Bengals secondary has been a little exploited, so, I mean, Deebo Samuel should be back. I think it was out last week, so he should be back this week. George Kittle's coming off a 100-yard game. Of course, that ground game of the Niners is always effective, so the Bengals will definitely be competitive as they have been all year, but I still think the Niners are going to win here, man. After losing to a divisional rival and a tight, not only division but conference for sure, they got to get a win here in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing could be said for Cincinnati, vice versa here, but I mean I like the Niners' chances more, and I agree. I just want the Bengals to lose because we don't like them here. So yeah, let's go San Francisco 24-23.
Man, this game I feel like has all the makings to be a very high-scoring, back-and-forth game with both offenses being electric. Defenses can get turnovers. Defenses can make stops, but both teams have high-powered offenses that can get the job done. But for this game, after losing to the Seahawks, at the same time the Bengals lost to the Chargers in disappointing fashion, both teams are definitely going to want to try to get a big victory, especially with playoff implications, like getting closer. But I think San Francisco can actually get the victory right here. I really do. I can see the Bengals getting the victory here at home, but I can't count out the 49ers. If they can run the ball effectively, if Garoppolo can connect with his targets, they can get guys back like Deebo Samuel. He can connect to George Kittle. I think San Francisco can actually get this victory right here in a high-scoring matchup, 33-30.
Next game, we have a damn good one and really hard to call. We have the Bills at the Bucks. Wow, what's your prediction?
This is a tough one. Now the Bills have played sort of off, recently. They blew out the Saints earlier this year, a few weeks ago. They play the Patriots tonight. Whether or not they win or lose that game, I'm going to call that a loss. But you never know. The Bucks have just been playing at a high elite level. They look like they're going to go on another run. That's what it looks like. Now I'm not. They definitely have a good run game. Leonard Fournette has been very good. Gronk has been. Gronk, Tom Brady connection's always there. Obviously, AB's suspended and also injured, so he's not been really playing, but it looks like they don't really need him. And it is in Tampa Bay. No. I'm gonna probably take the Bucks. I'm gonna take the home team. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna say it's a 30-27 victory.
Yeah, this is just tough to call. We're talking two elites on each conference. I got to go Bucks, though. I just like their matchup a little more. I know the Bills can't get a running game going, and thus they're going to have to pass the ball against a Bucks secondary that's hit or miss, honestly. But the Bucks offense is just too damn good. And plus, the Bills lost Tre'Davious White for the year, so I like their chances more. So, Give me the Bucs here in a really good game. 31-28, Tampa Bay.
Again, another game this week that I can see being potentially high scoring, back and forth. At the same time, I can see both defenses doing very well, getting turnovers. See, this is a difficult game. It's going to be a great game, no doubt, but it's just so hard to bet against Tampa Bay. It really is. They're getting healthier. They're getting guys back. They're striking. The Bills, the same thing, but they've been getting hit hard with injuries, especially Tre'Davious White. Like, that secondary is definitely going to take a beating since they're not going to have a number one corner. And with the Buccaneers having their targets and Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Rob Gronkowski, it's like it's going to be difficult for Buffalo's defense. I could say the same thing for Tampa Bay's defense, but I think I'm just going to have to go with Tampa Bay. I won't say it's a safe bet, but I just think the Buccaneers are going to get the victory at home, 26-23.
Next game, we have one of the most anticipated matchups pretty much all year because it's one of the more crazy rivalries of all time. We got the Bears at the Packers. Your prediction?
Very classic rivalry. But just like Aaron Rodgers said before, he owns the Bears, and I don't think that changes much here at all. Andy Dalton's playing, so Andy Dalton kind of he had his time back with Cincinnati, but he's not the quarterback he once was. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's gonna play like Tom Brady until he's like 45 apparently. I'm taking Packers. This is, as of recently, has been more of a one-sided rivalry, but if you look back in history, it's one of the better ones. I'm going to take the Packers 45-21.
Yeah, you're right. This has been very one-sided ever since A-Rod has, pretty much since Favre was there, even though their rivalry was still competitive when the Bears defense was there with Urlacher and guys like that. But ever since A-Rod's taken over, I mean, you're right. A-Rod's right. He still owns them. So, yeah, give me Green Bay here at Sunday Night Football. 27-21. I think this will be close because I think the second time around the Bears will just pick up a little bit, but I still got Green Bay here.
I think this game could very well be close, but, I mean, I don't know who's going to be playing. It could be Justin Fields, but I think he's still hurt. Andy Dalton, I mean, I due to the rivalry, I think it could be close, but I think Green Bay is still going to get the victory at home on Sunday night. 36-22. I don't really see. I see the Bears fighting early, but down the stretch, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to light them up and just tell everybody, hey, I own you again. Honestly, that's just what I think.
Right. But we close out Week 14, guys, with another crazy rivalry game, as there is a lot this week, but none better here. None that will be more competitive, in my opinion, than Monday Football. We have the Rams at the Cardinals. I'm going to ask you, what's your prediction? But I don't know. I don't know what my prediction is just because it's hard for me to call. So I'm kind of going to base it on yours, man.
I'm taking the Cardinals. They blew out the Rams in LA before early in the season. So, this is in, Glendale, Arizona now. So, basing it off that. Now, I'm not saying, obviously the Rams have gotten to flow a little bit more. And the Cardinals were dealing with some injuries and some issues over there. But just something about the Cardinals is just telling me that this is, going to be the same story. I think it will be a closer game, but I do believe that this will be a victory. Now, my ideal scenario is to have actually, never mind, I state that because in my other league, I have Matt Stafford playing as my quarterback. And in this league, I have the Cardinals defense. I may need to switch that out. But ideally, I would like maybe a few picks and then a few touchdowns the other way for Matt Stafford. Not that that's important, but I'm choosing a 30-27 victory by the Cardinals.
Yeah, regarding the Stafford, that's very important for me because I'm probably going to have him as my starting quarterback unless I find someone on the waiver wire, a.k.a. Taylor Heineke, but I don't know yet. It's going to be a fun rivalry matchup in this game, but it's going to be a fun fantasy matchup between you and I, GT, because it's going to be serious, man. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I need to beat you to get into the playoffs, correct?
I believe you need to beat me, and then I believe Rex has to do sort of bad, or lose, and then I believe you guys were both you'll be able to make the playoffs. Now I don't know anything. I believe Josh K has already won your division. I'm not too sure. He could have easily lose next week as well after I beat him, and then you may win your division. I don't know how close it is or anything about that because I know it's based off point differentials, but I'm like 85% positive that you can make the playoffs if you win next week.
Man, it reminds me of when the Steelers needed the Bills to beat the Jets in 2015 to make the playoffs. Wow.
Which they did.
Yes, they did. Thank you, Bills, by the way. But no, for this game, I'm going to go Cardinals. 33-30. I think it's going to be a close battle. It could come down to the wire, as usual with these type of games. Mm-hmm. But we're talking two NFC elites. This is going to be a crazy game. I can't wait to watch this for sure. Perfect way to end Week 14, Monday Night Football, with a game like this. This could be an NFC Championship glimpse, honestly. Now, I still think the Bucs are going to repeat, but you never know with how the season's going. But this is going to be a great game. But give me Arizona, 33-30.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a great game. This has all the implications to be potentially game of the year with how great these two teams are. The rivalry base of this between these two. But Arizona's just very hot right now. Like, James Conner is playing out of his mind. Kyler Murray's back. DeAndre Hopkins is back. Zach Ertz is being involved. Like, they got guys that are just on point and that can get into the end zone and help this team win. I could say the same for the Rams, and they got a much needed and necessary win against the Jaguars. But the Arizona Cardinals, man, they are a hot team. Outside the Buccaneers, they are the top NFC team, in my honest opinion. And at home, I can definitely see them get a victory here on Monday night. But it's going to be a great game no matter what. I can definitely see this game being yet another back-and-forth thing that could go either way. But I'm going to go with Arizona 32-29.
All righty, but that is our Week 14 predictions with the GT Show. Huge thanks to GT Show. Huge shout out to him for his time, his patience, and his predictions. Anything you want to say before we get on out of here?
Not really. TJ Watt's about to, get that sack record, and here we go.
That's right. And, of course, you guys can subscribe to GT Show. You can just click the @ in the title or the link in the description box below. Definitely go sub up to him. Shout out to the Discord chat, man. And, here we go, Steelers. Let's get this win. Let us know you guys' thoughts down below. See you guys in the next one. GT, you are more than welcome to join us with the peace, bro.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace!